Capricorn, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. This is an energy reading, guys, so you take it where and how it resonates. It comes to you when you call it into you. And that's why it's timeless. It always arrives at the right time. But it casts out for about 7 days ahead. So I'm going to do a 7-day breakdown for you so you can see how everything is going to play out. And Capricorn, this is where we begin. Time for a beginner mind. And I love this card because you see how its spines are in back? Porcupine, right? The representation of got to get the past away from me. Gotta leave that crap behind me. Almost like something in the past I have to defend myself against. I have to make sure that it doesn't come back up or it doesn't come back after me. It's time for me to move forward. So it's not like there's an ease with moving forward so much, Capricorn, as there is, there is a necessity. And you know that there will still be challenges to getting that past off your back or just away from you, realizing that it's toxic and you don't want to go back to it. So let's continue from here, Capricorn. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Ring that notification bell after you subscribe and select all notifications so that you know when I go live to do free tarot card readings. Yeah, then you can participate if you're a subscriber. If you are looking for a personal tarot card reading because you have an issue that you want to deep dive into, then please do go to my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and select the service that's right for you. You'll get your answers within 24 hours of your booking or whenever you're scheduled. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. Any cards that come out, I'm just going to leave because they're going to be part of the reading. We're almost there, Capricorn. As I divide the deck, please focus with me on whatever it is that you're strained by or whatever it's been that's been sitting on your heart, whatever is concerning you. And then we'll figure out the energies and how they pertain to what you're experiencing. Okay. That's it. Let's cleanse the energy. Well, we know we have work to do and time to collaborate, and this is what we're looking forward to. So time to collaborate is coming out in our future. Now, it's interesting how there was something, I'll show you the cards a little bit better. There was something that we're looking forward to, which is time to collaborate, revealed itself right away, but there was also something that was kind of in behind. So what is it that we have to sort of defend ourselves against, or not, even if it's not defending, it's getting away from. Let's see. We have learned from the past. This is maternal energy, paternal energy. It's protective, it's defensive, it's headstrong, but you've learned something from the past. It's almost like you're defending yourself from what you've learned. Oh no. that you could be in a situation where you don't want to acknowledge what you've learned in the past because there's a collaboration or a relationship or a situation, and I don't even care if it's a job, that's in the future that you really, really want. So it's either that I have something dogging me on my tail, but it's something that you learned. It's something that you become aware of. Versus, but what I want. But you know, you've learned a lesson in direct relationship to what you want. Why are you trying to move forward? I know you're trying to make it different. You're trying to make it different, but is it different? Make your dreams real. This is manipulation. This is personal manipulation. Oh, the tangled web we weave, trying to be different, but caught in the net, caught in the web. Okay, and the literal meaning of the card, make your dreams real. Learning from the past, trying to make things better. But they're all happening at the same time. Be here now. Be in the present moment. Okay? So there's something here from the past that you're really struggling about. That's what I'm sure of. And it's kind of got you in knots. Maybe you don't know how to defend yourself from it. Looking forward to here and now, but that's what's in the future. Okay. You guys desperately want to be done with the past, but you're very much seeing that there's something from the past that's reflected in what you want in the future or getting in the way of it. And so there's this energy of almost confusion. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, do I just leave it all done, let it all be dead, and realize that I'm repeating myself? Or do I learn from the past enough to take this new situation in front of me and see it as its own thing? It is its own thing. I think that's very much confirmed, that it is its own thing. And it's got its own form of special. And you may be, Capricorn, projecting whatever had happened on the past because it really was a tough situation onto what you have or what you want in the future. There's still stuff that's tying you down. And that's really what you have to work on, defending yourself against, sending those arrows, sending those spikes, like getting them out of your hair, out of your way. In order to look to the future. My only concern is if you're somehow being triggered by what you see, what you want, and somehow fear that elements of what you've had are there. That doesn't necessarily have to be bad, because you have learned from where you've been, and you're not going to react the same way to where you're going. You are a different person. You have changed. You're moving forward. So to feel that don't let your pride get in your way. To feel like I won't let this happen to me again. You kind of have to let life happen to you and learn as you go, grow as you go. I don't see this as a repeat of what's happening, but I do ask you to honor any aspect of yourself that needs to maybe still learn or finish up lessons from the past, and allow yourself to explore those elements and learn from them. Ultimately, though, this is something new you're headed toward. So let's get 7 days, right? The next 7 days for Capricorn. Let's get 7th day out here now. Okay. I gotta tell you, it looks to me like your pride is something that is going to be a challenge for you this week. Let's see how we can deal with this. Let's see, day one. Day one. We have the King of Pentacles. That would be you. Capricorn or Taurus or Virgo. An energy of somebody who has their shit together, somebody who is the boss, somebody who has great money, somebody who is reliable, somebody who does everything very well. This is really reliable energy. It's almost sexy energy because it's so reliable. Someone who has a firm grasp on who they are, on themselves. Okay. Ten of Swords in reverse is pain that has been rectified, or an ending that you now see as worth it. This is a beautiful energy of being able to let the pain go, or realize how you're done with it. You're done with the hardships, or you're done feeling attacked. There's a beautiful level sense of finding your own strength and power. What about day two for Capricorn? Or being in a position, a powerful position, to be able to take care of a difficult situation. Day two is the King of Wands. King of Wands is always looking really into the future, sort of studying the situation. There's heavy burdens and stuff that you have to do. These are different dynamics of yourself then. A lot of burdens with things that you have to do. And at the same time, there's this sense of, but at least I have it under my own control. I know how to tackle it. But there is maybe taking on too much at the same time. Maybe taking on too much. It's you. It's almost like you're putting on, it's like, first of all, you are in a better position, but then you're simultaneously the next day, there's a sense of putting too much stress or strain on to you. Like you're too much restriction, too many demands, too many absolutes. And that's causing a stop. That's causing a pause. That's causing things to slow down. What about day three? Or there's addiction here that you're trying to navigate, and you're recognizing it or realizing it from the past. But you still have to deal with it. You still have to confront it for what it is. You can't pretend it's not the same just because you've been through it and you've gone through it already. It is the same in that you have to address it with as much seriousness. It's not something that you can suddenly handle in any different way. Your experience should just tell you that and allow you to know, well, I've made it through before, I will make it through again, and I have some experience to apply to this situation. Day three is your partnership. There is a wonderful partnership here, but it's stressing you out. Or there's a partner that you love, somebody that you love a great deal that is sick and that you are worried about. This is triggering all of this energy of, I thought this was over, I thought this was done, or I'm stronger than this. You know, it's like, I'm stronger than this. I shouldn't be here again, but you are here again. And maybe you're here again to help somebody else through, or at the very least to show yourself that it didn't alter you or change you, but it did. It made you stronger. What about day four? Because there is worry or concern here for somebody that you care about. And then we have in the past, this is like something that you didn't have control over. This feeling of my destiny or my fate isn't in my own hands. We have the Temperance Angel and the Eight of Pentacles. I think that inspires you to work harder. I have to say this to you. I think that this is going to, there's something very beneficial here, counting your blessings on the fourth day, an opportunity for expansion or growth by working really hard, a sense of maybe you didn't, it's almost like God saying, no, you didn't choose the time that this came to you, but it's still an exceptional opportunity, so recognize it. And that's the fear that you're going to have to address, is that sense of, but I'm not in control of this. I didn't choose. No, you didn't. It was chosen for you. That's the leap of faith that you're going to have to take in that, but this is still the right time. It may not be my time, but it's the right time. And you're too practical to not see it. I mean, it's right in front of you. There is something that is actually really wonderful. I think the stress is in everything going as planned or everything going the way that you wanted it to. Well, it's not. It's not, but it's still an exceptional opportunity that you absolutely can do very well in. What about day 5? Day 5 is this beautiful unconditional offer of a new start or a new beginning, a fresh start, a fresh beginning. This could be a new relationship too, or simply a sense of something that fulfills you. And the recognition of, you know what, I am interested in this, but you're interested in it for very good reasons. It's not toxic reasons. I think maybe it's just that element of vulnerability that may be stopping you, right? Because of whatever you've experienced before, but you can't judge your future on your past. You can only be wiser in the decisions that you make heading into your future or walking through your future because of what you've learned from the past. The only thing from the past that you should ever take with you is the lessons that you've learned from it. Not the fear, not the, there's no fixed truths. There's just this energy of, okay, I've learned. But what have I learned and how has it strengthened me? If it hasn't strengthened you, if it's actually weakened you in terms of making you shut down and making you more fearful, then there's stuff that you really do have to address. That should be something you should be working through. But day 5 is there's this energy working through a counselor, therapy, whatever. But it's like you deserve to have that healed. This is saying there's just this new opportunity, a new offer of love, maybe even somebody who loves you offering to help you start something fresh and something new. Day 6. Day 6, you're going to take a leap of faith. So this is really just about you wiping off the cobwebs. After a big shit ton of disappointment. It's almost like a sense of, I need to take a leap of faith in this because I've been disappointed. It's almost like I've got to move forward. It's like I'm taking a leap of faith because the disappointment is like, I got to leap over these 3 cups. I don't want to be disappointed, so I'm not going to be. So it is an action of faith. We're going to get into day 7, but let me just pick a few moon cards. What do you need to release? There's something in the past that you have not gotten over. And that's the energy that's getting in your way. And then we have conclusions are within reach. They're not. By day 6, you're still not sure. You're still not certain. Luck is on your side and your dreams need a practical plan. I mean, it's almost like my dreams don't have a practical plan right now, but I want to start anyway. And that's what it's saying. It's like, yeah, you don't have a practical plan because you have to learn as you go. And you have to have the faith in you to know that you can do that, instead of everything being pre-plotted. Let's go to the extended, guys. I'm gonna pick a few of these cards. So we got to go into day 7 and see why all this is happening right now. Maybe you feel alone or left behind, or you feel like there's something from your past, especially from your childhood, that maybe you didn't receive that you needed to in order to make this okay. There's this energy then of giving yourself what you needed when you were a child. And being that, you've heard this saying, right? Being the parent I needed to myself, right? This unconditional, loving, supportive energy of, you can do this. Don't let somebody get in your head like, if everything isn't plotted out, you can't do this. Because that's just somebody, that's just you having to compensate for somebody else's anxiety. And that's what you're working through right now. You're realizing that you are hardwired to do things in a certain way to quell or calm somebody else's anxiety. But that's something that you were set up with a long time ago. Maybe even before you were conscious enough, like in childhood. So there's a sense of, is that really you, or that's just how you do things because you had to constantly make concessions for somebody else? Because ultimately now that's blocking your ability to move forward, because to move forward now, you got to take a leap of faith. And you don't know everything that's going to come. And you can't give somebody all the solutions, all the answers, right? And it's like, you know, your anxiety is your problem. I do care about you, but I've got to do what's right for me. And what's right for me right now is moving forward and learning as I go. Let's get into the extended. The link is down below in the description box, and I will pin it to the top of the comment section. See you there.